in Ashtavakra Gita, a dialogue between King Janaka and sage Ashtavakra. In this dialogue between them, sage Ashtavakra tells Janaka, very beautiful line, Ya matihi sa gatihi. As the thoughts, so is the destination. The kind of thoughts we entertain, that becomes our destination. Now, this line from Ashtavakra is very important for us to see, because for a very long time, so many people were telling us different things about us, and we started believing all of them. Continuous flow of influence, what we are, various kinds of things, and mainly the negatives, is being thrust generation after generation. And we believed. And for us to wake up from that itself is a huge task. Because continuously different influences come, and we were influenced, and we believe this is us. We forgot our own potential. So for a long time, it was shadow fighting. We actually did not know who is our enemy, who is doing this to us. For a very long time, we didn't even know who they are. So we were fighting in a shadow, in the darkness, not knowing where that is. One of the biggest contributions in recognizing your opponent or the people who push you down, from where they operate, we did not know. The biggest contribution comes from people like Rajiv Malhotra ji, who made us identify, saying, here is a person operating from, be aware. Here is a person operating from, be aware. In which forms they come, in which disguise they come. So this awareness for us is very, very important. And that is what this book talks about. Where are the people? And look at the title, so beautiful title. Snakes in the Ganga, in the Ganges. Snake has venom. Snake has poison. And Ganga is extremely sacred to us. We rush to Ganga to cleanse ourselves. That's our faith. Not today. It's been our faith for centuries together. So we will blindly run to Ganga because we see that as our savior. If there are snakes, what do? So look at the title. How brilliant is the title? That we rush into these things blindly, and that is exactly where there are people sitting and there are snakes there which you need to be aware. So if we are not aware of these snakes coming in different disguises, sometimes they come as human rights, sometimes they come as academicians, sometimes they come through film world, sometimes they come through different. So where are they coming from? Where are these snakes coming? It has to be listed down so that a common man like you and me become aware, and so that when we see the snake approaching, an antenna rises, saying, guard yourself. So this awareness, which is required to find where your enemy is, or where your opponent is, or who is the one who is suppressing you, and what are the narratives these people develop. And for a very long time, we believed the narratives, what they did. As your thoughts, so your destination. These people influenced us and we believed. A great churning, a Mahayajna is required. This work is a yajna. This churning which goes on, through which we get to see who are the people, from where are we being attacked. That knowledge, that awareness is very important. Like, for example, you see the entire syndicate or the entire group, the cabal, talks bad about our festivals. Any festival from our country, our civilization, any festival, condemn it. Something or other you start. And the youngest group in our population get highly influenced. And they simply verbalize those ideas. Be it Ganesh Chaturthi, there should be some problem. Be it Diwali, there should be some problem. Be it Holi, there should be some problem. Be it Navaratri, there should be some problem. All your festivals are regressive. This has been told for a long time. It took a lot of time from our side to assert ourselves. But this is what was going on. All the festivals are regressive. Is the festivals regressive or progressive? What is the economy churning that happens through each festival? How many communities are taken care? For example, Diwali is coming. For Diwali, we buy new clothes. Let us say, out of 1.3 or 1.4 billion, 1 billion or 900 crores buy new clothes of 500, 600 rupees. That's it. Now you calculate what will be the economy churning in that. Just not clothes, sweets, fireworks, hundreds of things. These festivals have kept the economy moving. And you call these festivals regressive. It has helped the last man in our community, which we should be absolutely proud of. But what the narrative? Thrust on us that these are all superstitious, these are all regressive, and we didn't know. We thought they were talking genuinely. You needed a book like Snakes in the Ganga to understand that they were not talking genuinely, they were agenda driven to suppress us. And from there the waking up comes. Rajiv Malhotraji, thank you so much for pointing out where we should look for these snakes. These snakes are there all over. They come in different guises. We need to be alert about them, and that is one of the biggest contributions, and that's what the book speaks about. I'm so glad that we all could be part of this yajna, where eventually dharma would establish itself. The togetherness which the minorities have is something which is missing with the Hindus. Point number one. Probably we don't have a theological enemy. Hindu culture doesn't have a theological enemy. If there is a theological enemy, all of us will come together. Since we don't have it, we don't come together. Second point, these kind of questions, when the issues come, there are few forums where the Hindu saints have come together. In those forums, these questions are answered, but I agree with you that the approach has to be more clear and more vocal. This we have not done for a long time, that's the truth. And when an organized structure approaches, it is easy because it's well organized. And when we are unorganized, and then to stand up and raise a voice, sometimes the people who stand up, they are just alone. People watched Kanchi Mutt standing alone. What did the Hindus do? So you have to understand, when certain assaults and certain attacks are happening, together we don't come. It's just not one, two people. If there is a person standing up and taking it up, the backing is also very important. So some of these battles we can only do collectively, not individually. So those collective forums are more important. Like you have, when Gurudev Swami Chinmayananji started, he started the VHP for it, a collective forum to raise the voice. Then that had a different agenda, it started working. Then Acharya Sabha came, which again was a forum, which is well recognized forum, where collectively we can raise our voice through that. But still this is not very popular yet, and it is two-way. The people have to be more vocal and it has to be more collective. That is the best way to approach some of these issues. Otherwise, the good work what one is doing, even that will get halted. Because some people work at the effect level, some people work at the cause level. This difference you need to understand. Serving the effect will be very easily noticed. Serving the cause will not be noticed. For example, all the economic development which we have discussed about. Imagine if these organizations which are there, global Hindu organizations, Amritanandamai, Art of Living, Ramakrishna Mission, Chinmaya Mission, and it goes on, Satya Sai Baba. We can put the list. Imagine what would be the damage in this country if these organizations were not there, in terms of drug abuse, child abuse, corruption, various other things. So there is a fight happening at the effect level and there is a fight happening at the cause level. So some of these people are well trained to deal it only at the cause level. The biggest weakness of Hindu is we don't have street power. Please understand. We have all the powers required. Street power we don't have. When you are able to establish street power, the narrative will change. Why people are not voicing out? We don't have that power. That is slowly building up. The moment you have that kind of a power to stand up together, things will change. See, please understand, the street power, what people showed in Shabarimala was not sufficient. Shabarimala issue, when it happened, there was a great, people came to the roads, they showed their strength, but that numbers were not sufficient. So we need to have that power to voice out. So if some people are talking, like you said, the minority religions, they stand up and they speak, they have street power. Here you will stand alone sometime, and the good work what you do will also go. So we need to approach these things collectively. I hope I have explained the position. It is only collectively we can handle this. Individually it would be difficult. There are these collective forums, but we can be more vibrant. Thank you.